right. So for the replay, I'm just doing this live stream so I don't have to upload it and go through all that stuff. So this is the first week of September 2020, all signs singles. Singles love stream. What's going on with all you people in your single life? And I didn't post about this ahead of time, so I'm not even expecting anybody to jump on. But again, for the replay, for those of you who view the replay, again, this is all signs singles. And we're going to just do a quick check-in, try to keep it to 5 minutes a piece to see just what's happening in the first week of the month coming up. And I'm going to start with air signs, and I'll timestamp them. So we're going to start with Gemini here in a couple of minutes. I'm going to give it another minute before I get going. And again, I didn't schedule this, so nobody really knew that I was going to do this. But it's just so much easier to just stream it, and then there's no uploading and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of like doing it this way a little bit better. All right, so we're going to start with Gemini. All right, Gemini singles. What is going on? So we're starting at 2:20. All right, Gemini. Looks like there's a couple people on here. Gemini, September 2020. Sorry, it's a little shaky. I'm not using my camera. I'm using my MacBook here. So what's going on in your love life, Gemini? The Tower right off the bat. 8 of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Wands. Oh, man. Oh, man. Gemini. So let me pull a couple more cards here. So Gemini, you do have this, there's this, like, to me, it's like this storyline of having been in a relationship with somebody who was like supposedly not what they maybe portrayed themselves to be. So you thought they were one thing, and then you come to find out, you get to know the real person, and they were somebody else. So that's the Knight of Cups. They weren't what you thought they were. So, and that leads you to the Tower and a separation with your person. But I feel like there's still a hang up, like even though things didn't work out, there were some things maybe that came to the surface with your person, and you kind of parted ways. You know, you had the Tower, you had the 8 of Cups, and this thing ended probably fairly abruptly, fairly quickly, but you're still thinking about them, and you're still not sure if you are okay with a breakup with them. There's something dishonest or something not upfront, and so now here you are single, and you're still kind of caught up in the the aftermath of that, and you're still thinking about them a lot. You're still very hurt, and I think you're still kind of like sowing your oats and licking your wounds. And I do feel like though you have this part of you that would actually go back to them in some kind of weird way, even though what they did was really wrong, and probably I do feel like it was just deceptive. Like they had a persona of being somebody that they definitely were not, and there's still something about them that you look at that you actually liked about them. So you're definitely still very in your head about this, but I do think you just kind of eventually move on away from that and get to a better place at some point. So you're still kind of getting over the painful breakup, but you got new life here. So I don't know if the focus is that good with this PC, but or this map, but the new life is it's like a rebirth. This is like a lesson for you, Gemini, and this is something that I think is kind of teaching you about your true worth, your true value, something that you didn't value, some things about yourself you didn't value in the past, maybe a series of bad relationships, and you never got that, those the affirmations that you would get in a healthy relationship. And so I think this is finally the last straw for you. I think you're going to spend some time learning to love yourself and do some self-care and take care of yourself. But your spirit guides want to tell you a message as well. A blessing on your wisdom. So again, this is a lesson learned, like I just said. So this is something that you're going to take away as an experience. It's going to teach you a little something about your relationships in the future. And so I think that you're going to get through this, and it's going to be okay. But you're still in the aftermath of that breakup going into the first week of September. But I think you're going to be all right. I think at some point you get out of this and you stop thinking about them, because I think there's an epiphany that comes through when you realize that your worth and your value is so much more than what how they treated you. So Gemini, that's where you're at the first week of September 2020. And Libra, so we're going to do Libra next. Libra, we're starting at 7. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. And this is one of my favorite decks, especially for love and relationships. And I actually just gave one of these away to one of my subscribers. And I hope it's enjoyed for a long time to come. So if you're looking for a good deck that really speaks to you, the dynamics of relationships, this is a great one to have. All right, Libra, what is going on in your first week of September in your single life? Are you finding love? 7 of Wands. We'll see. 2 Swords. I think maybe you might actually be deciding. There's to me, right off the bat, there's like a feeling that there's more than one person around you that has your interest, and so I think you're actually kind of a little caught up in deciding which person is the most attractive to you, not in the sense of looks, but overall, because I think you really want to get serious, Libra, at this point in your life, and I think you have an epiphany. I think you have a moment where you really come to a realization of which person is probably going to be the better match for you. The 7 of Wands, this is taking all that collective experience. And I read cards intuitively. So to me, the first impression of the card is most important over and above the, the traditional meanings of that particular card. But so I think you have like a collective wealth of experience here. And you're really taking your time this time deciding. You have a couple, I think 2 people around you, and you're making a decision. You're really thinking about it. There's somebody, though, that is, I think, impressing you with their level of maturity. There may have been some relationships in the past where you're left wondering how you ended up with somebody that just didn't have it together. And so I think that's kind of what you're evaluating, somebody that knows how to take care of themselves and their own business and manage their personal life in a mature, responsible way. So 8 of Cups. So I think this to me is not you walking away from either or. I think this is you finally making the choice in the first week of September, Libra. So if you're walking toward the person in the very near future who you think is probably better suited for you and a better match for you. And like I said, the most attractive person, not in the sense of looks, but in the sense of maturity and responsibility. So I think that's kind of where you're heading right now in your single life, Libra. Making some good, responsible decisions this time around, especially with respect to who you're going to date, who you're going to have a relationship with. I think this is for you a matchup for a lifelong partnership is the way you're looking at it. Wanting to settle down. So let's see what else we have for you. Imagine, and you know, this kind of strikes me as the Ace of Swords. I think you're really putting a lot of thought into this, and I don't think you're leaving any stone unturned when it comes to evaluating compatibility here for you. But let's get a message from your spirit guides and see what else we can add to this. All right, Libra, one more for you. Okay, blessing and peace after battle. So this is like the story to me is like the first thing that just kind of came to my mind is like getting out of that serial dating, like going through one relationship after another, like, you know, that song Love's a Battlefield. This is kind of what this feels like to me. And so you're, like I said, you're really taking the thoughtful time to really analyze which type of personality, what type of person you're best suited for. And I think this is like being completely blessed by your spiritual team that's guiding you and leading you to you know, make the best decision, and it's going to bring a wealth of peace into your life. I think it's a time of happiness coming your way, and I think it's a big change for you coming. You know, sometime first week of September, second week of September. If this resonates with you, you'll know this is for you. Obviously, you know, a tarot reading on YouTube can't be for everybody in that sign. That's impossible. I think we all understand that, but you'll know if that's for you. You know that's the direction you're heading in. But keep in mind, the first week of September is not an exact template on the time frame. You know, these things do vary a little bit. So Libra, that is your reading, and we're going to do Aquarius at 12:25. Aquarius, what's going on in your love life, your single life, or lack of love life? Aquarius. You know, some of you all can be hard to figure out, Aquarius. Let's see what we get. First card out, 10 of Cups, beautiful. I think you're dreaming, like you're kind of having some like daydreams, some fantasy daydreams. Death. How do we go from 10 of Cups to death? What's the message here? 2 Pentacles. And the High Priestess. 8 of Pentacles. So Aquarius, being the thinker and the ponderer that you are probably, it's probably a little unlike you, I feel like, in this reading, to be like the big daydreamer, to be the person that's kind of up in their head. But I think you've spent a lot of time in your work, in your career, or whatever it is that you know you're doing, you know, to provide sustenance and support in your financial material life. So I think that's where you've been for the majority of you know your adult life. That's where your life's work has gone into. So I think that now you kind of like maybe are becoming a little dissatisfied with the lack of fulfillment that you're getting in that aspect of your life. It's no longer the big focal point. And I think that you are, like I said, daydreaming up in your head, up in the clouds a little bit. The 10 of Cups, you're really looking at the bigger picture in life now. And I think that you're wanting to incorporate that into your life. And I think that you're kind of setting out on the journey of really seriously looking for a very committed relationship. We have death here. And again, this, to me, this death card represents this change that you're going through, wanting to put down, putting all your efforts into your work, your career, or whatever it is that, like I said, provides you a living. And so whatever that is, this is kind of the death card is the shift. It's like a shift in focus to me with what's going on in your life. And I think, though, that you struggle a little bit with this because you are very devoted to your work. But I also feel like this is very specific for somebody. So on the replay, let me know if when you watch this. I think that you're in a kind of a bit of a back and forth battle when it comes to your love of work. and you're wanting this change in your life. But I also think that there's a pull on you from your work and career environment too, because what you do might be kind of important or in high demand or something specialty. So whatever it is in your work that you've always had all your focus into, you might struggle with that, but I think you're releasing yourself. You have the High Priestess here. Remember, gender is not one way or the other in this. So High Priestess is, I think this is you kind of realizing that there's so much more to life, and it isn't all about work, but it's also about play. It's also about interpersonal connections with people. And I think you're missing that intimate connection in your life. And so this is like the next part of your life. It's the next journey that you're setting out on, Aquarius. So I think this is a pretty interesting reading. So if you've spent your days, toiling away in your work, whether it's in your cubicle or like me in your work truck, no matter where it is, what you do, it's time for you to move on and find something that provides you like with lifelong happiness, and that's kind of what you're setting out on. You have serendipity, so be on the lookout for those things that kind of like almost get deja vu, or things that just kind of jump out at you. There's something probably in the first week or two of September that kind of comes out by chance, and it probably has a lot to do with what you're going through. So, keep your eyes peeled, keep your eyes open for something unexpected. And then from your spirit guides, let's see what the message is for you, Aquarius, and we'll move on to Taurus. A blessing on a battle that cannot be avoided. Okay, so I think this is like, I don't want to read too much into this. I think this goes back to this Two of Pentacles. You're going back and forth, and there might be some pull from your work environment because of some kind of demand that's upon you with respect to, your line of work, and you wanting to, take some time away from that, not leave work, not quit your job, but, maybe tone it down a little bit and pursue a relationship. And so I think this is the battle. The battle is kind of internally in you. You're going to probably struggle a little bit with having to find balance within your work and personal life. So I think that's kind of the message here. But overall, I do think it's a very interesting reading, and I think it's leading you down some new paths and some new relationships forming in your life. New people coming into your life. I think this is going to lead you to maybe meeting your tribe, in a sense, because when we get involved in a relationship, we don't just get involved with one another, we get involved with one another's people. So this to me is almost like a whole new crowd of people coming into your life at some point soon in the near future. But I think the focus is first, second week of September is really getting into actually trying to make this happen for you. So Aquarius, that is your reading. And now we're going to do Taurus. All right, Taurus. So what's going on in your love life, Taurus? Lack of love life, your single life. Are you looking for love? Is there somebody you have your eye on? Does somebody have their eye on you? Are you disgusted with relationships right now and just want to be single? Let's see what's going on in your life. I think we've all been there. All right, Taurus, what is going on? Nine of Wands. This comes out again. This is like being a little, to me, first thing comes out is being a little battle weary, a little troubled. Six of Cups. I think, to me, right away, it's like there was a disappointing ending in your recent past, Taurus. And I think you're reflecting on that. And that reflection, though, is bringing you enlightenment. And it's helping you to, I think, gather what you can from the experience of your last relationship. So I think you're just kind of in the zone of just figuring out what the hell happened the last time around. I think maybe it kind of ended not so good, and maybe it ended in a way that maybe you were the one that didn't really want this relationship to end the last time around. And so I do feel like this is like just being kind of really battle weary, tired, just worn out from the whole experience, and just looking back on it and really just thinking that I almost feel like it's like there's an element of regret here for some reason, and I don't know what that's about. But I think you still look at your last partner very fondly. I think you look back at them right now from where you're at, from your perspective, as being somebody that you actually miss and do still care for very much. But I think you know that there's some lessons to be learned in this. No matter where the falling out was at, you're really gathering everything you can this time around to try and make the next attempt at a relationship more successful. Yeah, and that's kind of what you're doing. This is the Hermit, and I think you're just really searching around within. And I think you're actually looking at like the whole picture, not just your relationship, but your life and the circumstances surrounding your relationship externally. So there might have been something there that kind of caused this relationship to end. Whatever that means to you, apply it how you will. But this on the outset of the second week of September, this is finally getting out of that fog and out of that cloud. I think you get to a full understanding of what happened, and then you just kind of release that person, in your heart and your mind. You kind of bless them, bless the experience, and let it go. And you move into like a new place, having spent some time dwelling in that place of the Hermit in the Hermit's cave. You become illuminated, you become empowered again, and I think you pick up the pieces and move on. I don't think that you're running into love anytime soon, or too soon, but I think you're ready to get going again with a kind of renewed vision for what you want for your next time around for you. Trying to learn from the things of our past so we don't repeat it in the future. From your spirit guides, you have a blessing for solace and hope, and that's kind of exactly what this speaks about, that finding solace and getting hope again. That not all hope is lost. So very cool. I like that because it does play really well into this, exactly how this was coming out to me. And then we're going to pull one of these, and we're going to move on to Virgo. Virgo will be next. Blessed. So in this, you have two blessings in this reading. So this is a time of blessings for you. So open up your heart, open up your mind, receive those blessings, but also bless the person that you were with in the past and send them on their way. Hold no ill will, hold no resentment. That's what's really probably going to put you in that illumination of the sun. And it's going to open, I think, some doors for you, having gained something from the experience, even though it didn't quite play out how you would have liked it to. So Virgo, we're going to do Virgo next. 23, okay. Virgo, what is going on with you in your single life? I'm trying to cycle through several decks. I don't like to keep using the same deck repeatedly. Virgo, single life. So this first week of September. Death. An ending. An ending or a realization. The Empress. Oh wow. So we have death and we have rebirth here. So this is a transformation, Virgo, that you're going through right now. And you have the Page of Wands here. Regaining a new focus and challenging yourself. I think you are challenging yourself right now. Ten of Pentacles. I really do feel like your focus, the Emperor, is not on love right now. I think that's like the least of your worries. You're going through a spiritual transformation, the death and rebirth. So some of your old self is kind of dying off, and you're giving birth to a new self. So to me, this is like a spiritual awakening in a sense, or you're waking up to some realizations in your life. But you're getting a renewed sense of passion and a new focus and a new drive. in your life. So to me, when this like comes out like this, it's like there is getting over some deep hurt and some deep wounds, from some time ago. And so I think this is like all coming full circle and getting to a place of healing and empowerment. You're taking control of your life again. You're getting your power back. You're reclaiming your sovereignty. And in that, is this feeling that, excuse me, I gotta close that out. In that is this like feeling like you are now back in the driver's seat in your life. And so this 10 of coins to me is just really the first thing that comes to my mind is like having a new focus, a new drive, being laser focused. And it isn't love right now for you. I feel like this is really about getting complete and total control in your life after having maybe been through something that was kind of traumatic and upsetting, something that maybe sidetracked or derailed your life for a certain amount of time, Taurus. So, Virgo. But anyway, I do see this as like a beautiful transformation, a rebirth. And let's see what we can get for a message from your spirit guides, your spiritual team right now. And we'll pull one of these and one of the wisdom oracles. A blessing to find truth. So this is like soul searching. So you're being blessed with, like I said, this like spiritual waking up. The old is dying and the new is being born again. And so in this, I think this is a lot about soul searching and really finding truths and things that maybe you weren't able to see before. And that comes from a willingness to embrace some things that sometimes are really hard to accept. So apply that how you will, whatever that means to you, Virgo. And one more for you, and then we're going to move on to Capricorn. Yeah. Okay. So you have a change in the wind. And so this is the death and rebirth. Okay. So right here, death, rebirth, there's change in your life right now, a new focus, a new drive. And so you're definitely getting your shit together and you're picking up the pieces and moving on. So whatever's happened in the past is ended. It's over with. It's just getting over the hump. And I think that's kind of what you're doing. You're at the last little bit of it. So Capricorn, let's see what's going on with you, Capricorn. We're going to call this 28. I just need to timestamp these here. Okay, Capricorn, singles. What is the message out there for someone that needs to hear it? Capricorn singles. All right. I'll try and speed this up so this doesn't go on too long. I like to try to keep these quick to the point. There. The High Priestess. Okay, he's coming out again. All right. What is that about? Some of Cups. You're making a dream come true. You're trying to make a dream come true. It's slow going for you right now, Capricorn. So you're kind of in a period of stasis. Things aren't really moving along very fast for you, but I think you understand why. Ten of Wands, this to me is, this is old energy. This is like old baggage that you're out of. You're no longer in this, but this is why you are the High Priestess right now. This is the sheer will and determination to bring yourself into a better place. And so I think you're trying to manifest a dream. You're trying to manifest something in your life. Most probably, again, I don't feel like your focus right now is love. It might be, but I think you're really trying to pull a dream out of thin air and make something a reality in your life. And it is coming toward you. It is going to happen, but it's very slow. And I think you might start to get some answers first, second week of September, and some clarity in whatever's going on in your life. You're waiting for it. You're waiting patiently. And again, I think it's because you know why things are going at the pace they are. And I think that you have the maturity and wisdom to understand that. And so because of that patience, You know, good things come to those who wait, and that's kind of what you're doing. And you're holding your focus because you know what you want is taking time to manifest and come into your life, because everything has to be aligned just right for you. So I think that's what's going on with you, Capricorn. It definitely does not feel like your focus either is love right now. And so you're single for reasons that you've decided that you wanted to be, I guess. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I don't think that you are a relationship jumper, you know, serial dating. Let's see what's from your spirit guides here. We have a blessing on your wisdom. I love when this comes out again. Really being, you know, why you're waiting and why it's taken as long as it is. And I think you have a very highly tuned in psyche right now, and so you're really tapped in. And I think that you know, I think you kind of got it going on in that aspect of your life. So you're being gifted with wisdom in the first week of September for sure. And by the book, again, the same thing keeps coming to me. You know why things are playing out the way they are, and you know you're just going with the flow, and you're letting everything play out. You're not trying to speed up something and force it to happen before it's time. So Capricorn, you know, this is kind of where you're at in the first week of September. I can't believe we're in September already. This is just blowing my mind. I don't know where the time went. It's been kind of crazy being cooped up with 3 little boys, 5 and under, with everything that's been going on, you know, but somehow we made it. All right, so Cancer. Next for you, Cancer. Just mark this and see what's going on in your love life. Cancer, are you gushing for somebody right now? You know, is that what this is about? It's like it automatically, I just felt like a shift in focus and feeling. God, it's hot as hell in my dining room. I can't play in my tarot cave. Had a big flood from torrential rains down the basement, so the acoustics in here are absolutely terrible, but had some cleanup to do and some drying out, so here we are. All right. Cancer. 9 of Swords. Judgment. You want somebody badly, but they're not for you. That's kind of where I feel like this is going. The Moon. You are in a really weird place. I knew I could feel it as soon as I started saying Cancer. 4 of Pentacles. All right. Cancer, what's going on in your single life? 3 of Pentacles. All right, so Cancer, I think that you are really, like I said, I feel like there's somebody that you really want, there's somebody that you really have your eye on, but I feel like they're not for you. And I think that like you kind of really don't care if they are, if they aren't. There's something that about somebody that you find attractive. There's something about Mary. It's kind of like the movie, you know. So you're really just having a hard time struggling with this. But I think the universe is trying to get your attention here and tell you to wake up. That this person is not the right person for you. It's like, to me, I almost feel like there's like some kind of warning or some kind of wake up that is trying to get through, to break through to you. And there's the Moon. So you might be, you know, the Moon is the lesser light. It's not the light of day. So the light of day, we see everything. The lesser light of the Moon, there are things, shadows, corners, everything isn't fully lit. So, you know, you have to rely on your senses to kind of feel your way around and get through things. And I think that, I think you're really kind of shutting that out right now. I think that there's like, to me, I feel that there's a very strong warning coming through for you in the first or second week of September. Something that's just going to tell you, just stop. It's something is going to redirect your focus. And it's just, you're really not willing to let this go. You're really holding on to this. So whatever it is about this person, Cancer, I just see that like there's something that is going to kind of crop up in very early September, and you're going to finally see that, you know, the light of day with the truth about this person. I think the truth comes to light. I think they kind of, I don't know. I feel like that's just not for you, and I think there's a big warning in something there. So I feel like you're kind of ignoring the messages, the intuitive messages, like that kind of thing coming through. Chaos and conflict, because that's probably what that will bring into your life with this person. Let's see what else we can get. One more card for you, Cancer. And you did have the Three of Pentacles here. I feel like you're kind of ignoring things, but you feel like you can you can get along with them. You can you know they're really not your typical person that you would be interested in, and you feel like you could vibe with them. But I think you're ignoring that that coming through. Again, like I say, I always rely on intuition first and foremost, and first impression with the cards. So sometimes I might read cards differently than you're used to. A blessing on friendship. So I think that if you go the path of this person, ignore the warnings, that's what you get. But I think if you pass this person up, you have something much better coming your way, and Spirit does want to bless you with something that is for your highest good, Cancer, coming up next in your life, So Cancer, that is for you. Scorpio, what is going on with you? Let me clean up these mess of cards here. And which deck? Let's do Light Seers Tarot. And then we're almost done. That's it. This is so much easier than recording and uploading. All right. I actually got on a hoodie because it got chilly in Michigan today. It's been 90 all summer. All right. Scorpio. The Chariot. This is cool. To me, the Chariot in this, I get an interesting Seven of Cups here also. I get an interesting kind of message with this, but I'll get to that in a second. The Star, yeah. Okay. Are you ready for it? And Five of Wands. I think you're actually dodging a bullet here. Four of Pentacles. All right, so Scorpio. Let me first start off by saying the Chariot in this reading. To me, this is, of course, fast move. This is pushing through, pushing forward. But this is like a kind of empowerment that you're getting from in the realm of the unseen. The Chariot is always pulled by horses, so you're not doing the hard work. Spirit is doing the hard work for you. And I think you are relying on them to kind of toe the line for you to guide you and lead the way. I think you're willing to go where your intuition and where your heart, I think they're kind of merging, and you're kind of going in the right direction, right place. You have a dream and a choice, and you're really focused on that. And so whatever this is about, and I don't know if this is really about love for you. This is a singles reading. It doesn't mean that you're going to find love, or this is about you finding love. It's just you're single, and is that coming into your life? I don't know. This. To me, though, the star to me is the beginning of the sun manifesting, and I'll explain that, because the sun to me is the best card you can really have come up in tarot. But the star is a sun. The sun is a star. So this is a far off wish, a far off dream that's beginning to manifest. And so it's really your perspective on how far away that sun is. So right now it's just a star. It's a wish. But to me, this is a wish fulfillment in the making. There's something coming that you really have had a focus on. There is something you have your heart set on. But I also feel like there's like a merging of your mind and your heart into something that is really you're set on getting, you're set on accomplishing. So, apply that how you will for your life right now, if this resonates with you. But I feel like you're dodging a bullet too. I think you're missing something. And I feel like there's this element of protection, and that also comes out in the Chariot here too for me. So, Scorpio, I think you're on a fated journey for some reason. That's just, you're going somewhere really important. And I think you're doing what you're doing out of, I think almost like purity, like goodness of your heart, like, you know, your intentions are pure. So wherever you're going, it's good. You have here and now. So you in the moment, you're very much in the moment. You're not one leg in yesterday, one leg in tomorrow. You are focused on what's going on right now. I think you know that you're taken care of, and you're being, you know, you're being divinely guided and protected on this journey you're on. So there's something beautiful that's going to manifest for you down the road. Let's see what we have from your spirit guides. A blessing and forgiveness. So this is a good time for you to release and let go of any resentment, anything that's hurt you in the past. And I always say, you know, bless all your experiences. Got a little fly there. Bless all your experiences and people of your past, good and bad. Send them on their way and wish them well. And I think this is just a call to release anything stored up within you that is negative. It's going to help you to move forward. It's going to give you like a very good push into the next phase of your life. Not holding on to something, not holding anybody in your mind hostage. And I don't think you're doing that, but there's just something that if this is for you, you'll know exactly what that is. There's something you probably need to let go, and in order to really fully move on. So Scorpio, we're doing Pisces now. Pisces is Pisces. What are we going to use for you, Pisces? What deck? Clear these up. Set them aside. Oh, conflicted here. Let's use the Gilded Tarot. Pisces. And then we're on to fire signs, and that's it. Pisces. What's going on in your life, your single life, Pisces? Ten of Pentacles. All right. Death. Look at that. That's amazing. Judgment. A lot of stalker cards tonight. And the High Priestess. Like I said, a lot of stalker cards. Must be something in the air. Of course, if we look at the way things are in the world today, there's definitely something in the air. There's a big mass awakening. Four of Pentacles here. I think that you have had a measure of generosity in the past, and that generosity is coming back around to repay you. And I think that you're going to start to see something materialize in your very near future. And I think this is like, you know, this is like that good deed done in the dark, you know, where you're not out parading yourself around. So there's some kind of like karmic reward coming your way. And so if you've been struggling financially, this is coming to an end. So something good is definitely materializing for you on that end, Pisces. But I think that you are really trying to figure some things out in your life. I think you're praying a lot, and you're meditating, you're asking for guidance. There's some things that you want the veil lifted from. And I think that you might be having a bit of a struggle with coming to terms with, to me, it might be a relationship issue that you had in the past, and it may not be a romantic relationship. But I think that you're really doing some like really deep inner work, and maybe some shadow work, maybe trying to work some things out in your life, maybe even childhood things. So, but the High Priestess, this card keeps coming out for everybody tonight, a lot of people. And I think that this is like you taking on a new persona very soon in the near future. And I think that it's here because I think, again, you're being gifted and blessed because of a karmic reward. I think it gives you just like a heightened creativity coming your way. So I think you're going to put that to use. And it doesn't feel like you have a whole lot in the relationship department right now. And I think maybe it's just not your time, because I think this is like completing some kind of cycle in your life. You do have the Death card. So, you know, once some things come to a full completion, a full ending, you know, you might start to see some type of relationship very soon, you know, become a possibility for you. But right now, this is like all about being rewarded, karmic reward, karmic debt being repaid to you. So I think that's very nice. But you're still kind of trying to work out some things in your life. And I think your focus is on you, on your well-being right now. Pisces, you have unfinished symphony, and I think this is beautiful, and it complements this very well, because you are the unfinished symphony, and you're trying to pen the last part of the last movement in this symphony. You want to move on to bigger, better, and more beautiful things after having been through some hard things. But again, you're being rewarded. You have some blessings coming your way, and just keep your eyes open. You'll know when it pops up, and it's probably going to take you, kind of by surprise a little bit. So let's see what your spirit guides have to say. A blessing on your love. So you are like getting an abundance of, again, I feel like some kind of karmic debt is being repaid to you. So whatever you've done in the past that it hasn't really been made known, you may have helped somebody, you may have done something, whatever it is that you did in the past that wasn't really paraded around in front of other people. This is like that being paid back. And I think you're really centered and focused on your own internal work right now. Not in the love and relationship atmosphere quite yet. Not that that's not what you want. I think you do, but I don't think it's your time just yet, Pisces. So now we're going to move on to fire signs. Aries, we're at 46 minutes. Trying to breeze through these and get done. It's time for bed. All right, Aries, what is going on with your single life? All right, Aries. Three of Swords. Oh boy, what's going on with you? The World. Did not live up to its expectations. Five of Cups. You're doing some healing still, Aries. Nine of Coins. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Coins. Aries, you're doing some healing. The work is not done. You're assessing your value, the Six of Pentacles. I think you're really going through something kind of painful, and you may have been through a divorce or something really rough like that, or a very terrible breakup. Who knows? Whatever it is, you're feeling defeated with the Three of Swords, but I think you're like assessing your value and your own worth. I think you're really trying to get yourself out of something that was very hard to get through. And so it does feel very heavy. I'll get to the World in a minute because I want to hold off on that. You have the Five of Cups here. Again, this is really just kind of very, it's really just trying to push through it and trying to get through the worst of the worst. And I think you're kind of coming out of that because the World card is here and you have the Nine of Pentacles. I think, early in September, especially, I think you finally realize that, your value is exponential. And I think that maybe you're getting out of self-limiting beliefs. Maybe you're getting out of kind of some things that maybe you believed about yourself that weren't true, maybe because you were told for such a long time that you were one thing or the other. So it's maybe kind of an element of like some verbal abuse of the past or something, but I think you're overcoming that and getting through that. And so now you're really getting to the point of healing and restoration. It's not complete in September at all, I don't think, but I think it's to the point where you really get to pick up the pieces and get out of the worst part of this situation that you've been going through. So you have the Nine of Coins here. And it's like, again, I feel like you're really assessing your value. You're going to, I think, be in it for the long haul on your own for some time. But the World is here. I think this is like speaks to destiny. I think that you have a destiny to maybe help others in the future. And I think that, this is kind of part of the big divine plan for you out of this. Something good does come out of this. So I think that there's something very important for you in the future. And I think you're going to put this to work for you, and not only for yourself, but to help others. This feels very specific for very, for one person, excuse me. So you have community. Again, I like helping others. And so I think this is like going to be a theme of your future. And that's really, where you'll be focusing your energies for some time. Okay, spirit guide message. We're almost done. A blessing for unity where there once was division. I'm getting tired, so it's hard to talk. But so again, a blessing for unity where there was division. I think that this again is part of your healing journey. Apply that how it fits for you. I could talk about it and go on about it, but I think that if that speaks to you, you'll know exactly what it means for you in this reading. So now we're on to Leo. We have 2 more. Leo, clear the table. Leo. I'm a Leo. Leo sun, Leo rising. I'm not single though. I just want to shuffle these up real quick, guys. I think I'm going to get some dreaming wave for you, Leo. I just feel very kind of compelled to use that. Leo, what's going on in your lack of love life here? The devil. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. I don't know why that just came to me. That's so weird. AC/DC. Knight of Pentacles. Two of Swords. It's definitely some conflicting things going on for you. And the Magician. You know, Leo, I don't know if you've ever seen, I don't know how, obviously how old 7 of Wands some of you might be, but I'm 45, so, there used to be this cartoon, Tom and Jerry, and so I don't know if anybody remembers that, but there was always an angel and always a devil, kind of talking in the air, and so there was this tug of war, this battle, good versus evil kind of going on. I kind of feel like not in a literal sense, but I feel like you are struggling with some decisions and choices in your life, and this is quite a big moment for you right now, Leo. I think you are battling or trying to fight off something that's very negative, trying to push its way into your life. And I think you're relying on your own magic, your own spiritual connection, your own spiritual practice to help you through this time. But I think that, even though you know what to do, this is like disrupting your life to the point where, you're not really, this might, I'm going to just come out and say, this feels like somebody from your past, that is trying to make their way back in, or they're just still in your presence and their drama is still spilling over into your life. And so that's finally coming, I think, to an end, but I think the decisions and choices you have to make. And I think that you are very hesitant to do it, but if you do, it releases you from this kind of bondage. I feel that you're being trapped in by this person. You're battling this, but you're on top. So whatever you need to do to get out of the situation, you should do it. So your focus is, I think, on more to do with a person from the past relationship, somebody very narcissistic, gaslighter, or something like that, Leo. So that's kind of how this kind of comes out to me. So let's see what else we have for you. Serendipity. Second time this card comes out. This card never comes out. I know I'm pulling a lot of cards tonight, but serendipity, Leo, something is I almost feel like there's a 911 rescue here for you in this coming up in the next week or so. So something does help you get through the situation or break the barriers that are kind of holding you back. I think you really need to get away from whoever this is. A blessing to lift sadness. And see, exactly, weighing you down. So Spirit's blessing you right now with that, and it's going to help pull you up out of that. So, you know, the serendipity in this is going to lift your vibration. You'll be feeling better in a week or so, I think, and you'll get through this. So Leo, that's you. And Sagittarius, last one, and I'm done. Let's see. Sagittarius. Use the Tarot of Dreams. Marchetti. Last one, guys, Sagittarius. What's going on in your lack of love life, Sagittarius? Two of Coins. The Sun, just beautiful. Fire in your reading. Okay, Four of Cups. The World. Whatever you are wishing for, this is your time to wish, to dream big. This is your time to really call that into your life. So whatever is going on in your life, whether you're trying to manifest love or relationship, whether you're trying to you know, anything to do with your finances, your stability, anything at all in your life right now, whatever you're dreaming for, whatever you're wishing for, whatever you're hoping for, you are being led to, I feel like, the promised land. In a sense, you're going to get your wish. You're going to get what you want. You have the Three of Swords here. So I think the Three of Swords to me is coming in as a kind of a place that you spent quite a bit of time. And I think that, you know, this is, to me, it's like that saying, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. And I think that's where you've been, that's where you're coming from. But I think that you're really doing, whatever you're doing is working for you. Right now you have the Sun, you have God saying yes to you, you have your higher power saying yes to you. Spirit is agreeing with you. What you want is good for you, and it wants what you want. So you're definitely getting what you want here. And I think that you have options open, you have choices. So whatever is going on for you, if you're focusing on love or relationship and you're trying to manifest that, this is like the prime time for you, Sagittarius. I think you eventually ultimately get what you want, and maybe not exactly when you want, but it does come through. If it's anything else, keep your focus, and you know, you do have like this extreme feeling of empowerment and total illumination. The path is totally lit ahead, and even if you don't know your way, you're going to be guided, and you know, you're going to do all right. This is a good time for you, Sagittarius. And we're going to end it. The Fates. See, this is fated, fated, fated. Remember that, Sagittarius. This is like written in the stars. One more. A blessing for good men and good fathers. So if you are trying to manifest a male in your life, it's just so funny. You know, this might be what this is about. Maybe you're a single mom, or gender doesn't necessarily have to play a role here. It could be vice versa, whatever. But even if you're a single mom and you don't want people in and out of your life influencing your children or whatnot, I think that this is like saying that if you're manifesting a relationship, you're going to bring in somebody who is, you know, pure in heart and genuine and authentic. And so if that's what your focus is, that's what you're being blessed with, especially. But anyway, other than that, you know, this is whatever you're doing, going through is fated, and you're going to, I think, sail right through the first couple of weeks of September in a really good energy. And I think that you'll see by the second week that things are really coming through for you in a very just almost an unreal way, and you're going to be in a very good energy by then. So I'm going to end it here, and that is all signs, and I'm going to say have a great rest of your day or night, for those of you on the replay. And I am going to probably slow down and not do so many personal readings anymore. It's hard to do and keep up with this. So what I am doing is like a little members only area here on YouTube for private live streams and extended readings and mini readings in the live stream. So for members only, I think that I get too many requests and it's too hard to just keep up. So just that's info's in the description box there. So thank you for watching, everybody that was here and on the replay. I'll talk to you again. Thank you.